Hi guys, welcome. This is our video for the Chapter 9 quiz study guide. And let's start. Name the center. The center is going to be R. That's easy. Name a radius. There's a lot of them. I'm going to go with RY because it's like my name. And number 3 says name a diameter. I'm going to go with TY. It goes through the center. It's a chord. But we also could have done XW. Number 4, name a chord. Diameters are chords also, but I think TV is probably the one that most people picked. Number 5, name a central angle. That means its vertex is at the center, which is R. So I could do X, R, and Y would work. Number 6, a major arc. A major arc has to have 3 letters. So I could do Y, X, W. It just has to be over 180 degrees as well. So Y, X, W. There's a lot of other ones I could pick. Doesn't matter which angle I pick or which vertex I pick. I could have done YVW would have worked as well. Name a minor arc. I could just say YW. Okay, so notice the difference between 8 and 7. They actually have the same endpoints, but one goes one way, one goes the other way. Number 8, name a tangent. If you didn't figure it out, tangent is a line that hits a circle only one time, and it continues on forever. So I can call this PM, or I can name any of the 2 letters, but that would be a tangent. Point of tangency, it meets at point P. And then number 10, name a secant. A secant is like a chord, but just continues on forever. So we could do in U would be a secant. Notice I have lines that continue on for those. Okay. Number 11, find the exact circumference. So for number 11, we have the diameter is 35, so the circumference is going to equal just 35 pi, which is pretty simple. The radius in this case is going to be 35 divided by 2. So we can do that and get 17.5. So my area is going to equal 17.5 squared pi, or pi r squared. And if I do that, I'm going to get, I'm going to just do decimal. I'm going to get 900, area is going to equal 962.1. Okay, and that's in square inches. Alright, and on that same page, we'll just do 12 real quick. Given the circumference, find the area. Well, if I have the circumference is 18 pi, set it equal to the circumference formula. So that means R is essentially going to equal 9, and then area is going to equal 9 squared times pi, or area equals 81 pi. Alright, moving on. Number 13. Number 13, we get 452.39. And that's going to be the area. So I'm going to set that equal to the area. To do this, I need to get pi, or sorry, R alone. So I'm going to divide. When I divide pi into that, I get approximately 144, which means the square root of that is going to be 12. So I end up with R equals 12. So my circumference is going to be 2 pi R, or circumference equals 24 pi. Okay, so I actually paused the video there and threw the circle in, so here we go. Here I have to find basically all the arcs, so I'm going to actually just draw it on a picture. So first of all, central angles are equal to their arcs, so we're just going to fill in these 2 real fast. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and fill out the rest. These are going to be vertical, so that's going to be 27. And wherever you have a diameter, we're going to have them add to 180. So here we get 67 plus 27, and then we can subtract that from 180. And sorry, I messed that up in my calculator. So subtract it from 180, and we should get 86 over here. And then over here, we can do the same thing with 27. Take 27 away from 180, and we get 153. So that has all the pieces to it right there, all the arcs. So you can measure it up with the appropriate answer there. Okay. And if you add NPM, let me just do that. 1 NMP arc, you're going to just go add from here all the way here, or basically take 86 away from 360, and you should end up with 274. Alright, this next circle, if you're looking at it, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and add those two algebraic expressions, 3x plus 45, and add it to 28x minus 20, and set it equal to 180 because they come and make up a semicircle. So by doing that, we can go ahead and solve for this. This is going to give me 31x plus 25 equals 180. Subtract 25, and we get 31x equals 155, and 31 goes into 155, I believe, 5 times. That's correct. So x equals 5. Alright. Okay, this one we're trying to look for wy, or yw arc, and we're looking for the length. So I have to find this measure here first. So if I actually take 64 plus 81 plus this segment here, x equals 180, I solve for that, I should get 35 equals x, so this is 35 right here. And if I add 81 and 35, that's going to give me the measure of yw. And so that's going to be 116. I'm going to put it out of the total 360. And then it says that the diameter is 14. So that's going to be the circumference of 14 pi. Okay? And when you plug that into your calculator, 116 divided by 360 times 14 pi, we're going to go ahead and get 14.17. So the measure of the length, the arc length is going to be 14.17. Alright, okay, that was 16. On to 17. Again, just real quick, we have our circle, and what it appears to be, here's my center, here's x, 13, and 8, we have a 90. If I draw in my radius here, we get 13, and what we have to do is just set up basically a Pythagorean theorem. So we get x squared plus 8 squared equals 13 squared. And when we do that, we're going to do 13 squared minus 8 squared. Sorry, did that a little too fast. And we get x squared equals 105. And just take the square root of it. And this doesn't have a perfect square. We can go ahead and look to simplify it. And we could probably simplify it. I don't think so. So we could just leave it like that, or a decimal form would be fine as well. If you want to do decimal form, it would be approximately 10.25. Alright, next one, just looking at the picture, we know that the arcs are congruent, so the chords are going to be congruent. So for number 18, we just are going to set them equal to each other. 9x minus 1 equals 41 minus 5x. So add the 5x over here, we get 14x. Add the 1, we get 42. And 42 divided by 14 is going to give me x equals 3. Okay, and just ask me to solve for x. Number 19. Okay, just quick little sketch here for you. Okay, these are congruent, which means their arcs are congruent. So this is 10x minus 23. Well, this is also going to be 10x minus 23. And this is 106. If I add all those together, they should add to 180. So I'm just going to do 2 times 10x minus 23 plus 106 equals the whole circle, which is 360. So that's going to give me 20x minus 46 plus 106 equals 360. Okay, 106 minus 46, sorry, is 60, and then take it away from 360, so we get 20x equals 300, and then divide 300 by 20, and we get x equals 15. Okay, so it says solve for the measure of AC. So the measure of AC, well, if you look here, when we look at AC, it's opening to 32, so we're just going to double 32 and get 64 degrees. So there's that. So 32, it opens right up to AC, which is 64, double. And then it asks us to find BCD. BCD is this angle right here. And notice that this angle is opening right up to 146. So we're basically just going to take half of 146, which should be 50, 60, 73 degrees. Okay, so that was just all about inscribed angles, just kind of a little lengthier, I guess, problem on it. So let's move to next, last page, yeah, last page, 21. So 21, we have two inscribed angles opening to the same arc, AD. So we're just going to go ahead and set these two equal to each other, and it's just a basic algebra problem. So nothing fancy here, just knowing our rule. And we'll go ahead and solve. Subtract the 6x from this side, we get 7x. Add the 27 and 29, and we get 56. Okay, and then if you do that correctly, we should get x equals 8. Alright, and the next one, again, if you didn't write this or draw the circle with me in class, you're probably going to get this mixed up. But here we had AB, I told you was 85 degrees. It's not written on the paper, so if you didn't have that, you wouldn't know. So make sure you have that, essentially. And we're trying to find BC. Okay, well, I know 76 opens up. 76 opens up to this whole arc here. So if I double 76, I'm essentially going to get 152. So arc ABC is equal to 152. And then if I could subtract the 85 from it, that should give me what's left over. And if I do that, I end up with arc of the measure of BC to be equal to 67 degrees. All right, last one. So the last one asks you to solve for angle V. So basically what is this? All we really have to do is, again, we notice that V is opening up to this arc here. And so if we take 43 plus 94, add those two together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take 137, which is what we found, divide it by 2. Again, inscribed angles are half their intercepted arc, and we get 68.5. Alright guys, that's it. We'll do it for the video. Congratulations for making this far.